Hello, I'm M.K.Davis. What I'd like to talk about today is the Patterson film, particularly some of the anatomy. And this is something I touched on in a previous video, but I want to go a little further with it because it seemed to be a point of contention when the film was first released. People objected that they said they could not see individual glutes or buttocks, and their allegation was that it was a suit and they had a pillow stuffed in there, just a one thing, a single thing. But they were not either didn't have access to or didn't want access to the film. The film itself is very plain about that. Let's take a look. This would be the first example. It's three different frames. It's in the very first walk sequence. And this particular walk sequence is kind of shaky. You know, the person is running with the camera, and up and down all around the screen it goes. But in between all that are some pretty good still frames. And even some pretty good video once you stabilize it. And in this particular case, the camera person is both directly behind the subject and is down below it actually a little bit, aiming up at it, and right up the rear end, right up in the buttocks. And you can see without question that they indeed have two sides to them. In this frame, and this frame, looking straight away. Reason why it doesn't show very well in the second walk sequence, the one where she turns and looks at the camera, is because her angle to the sun is oblique. In other words, the sun's coming at a steep angle and striking that hair, and it can't penetrate it due to the angle, so it makes the whole thing look like a puffball. Here's another example right here. You can see both halves right there very plainly. And she is turned a little bit into the sun, so this is catching more sun than this one. So it looks like it's bigger, but it's not bigger. It's the same. You can see this one, and then this one's right here. And this doesn't have anything to do with whether I want to believe or you want to believe. What we want don't matter. We have eyes, so it's what's on the film matters. And I got some more. Let's see. Here we go. I did this one quite a few years ago and used filtration. Creates contrast, and then you can see that the glutes are moving independently. You see right here. And you can see this muscle moving right here under the shoulder, the right shoulder. Now let's look at another one. This right here has had some enhancement done. That it's done so that there's a lot of relief on the back. Things kind of pop, and you can see that those glutes moving independently pretty well right there. See that muscle moving right there. And you can even see the hair arrangement Okay, so that's about it. Like I said, you can believe your eyes on that one. It's a shame. It's difficult to make commentary on people's ineptness, but we had this film, and it was in the hands of scientists. And these are people that work at our public schools and institutions, and we pay them. We pay their salaries, and we say, explain our world to us. And they take one look at it and ask the person to shut the projector off. I don't know how you feel about that, but I don't like it. And now they're pretty much anything they say carries the day, and they don't know squat. They didn't know it had a moving rear end. They didn't know it had a. They said it had no neck. Absolutely untrue. Maybe I'll get that on the next video. But anyway, for right now, I thank you for your time.